Alright, just a few things left on my monstrosity. We're back at it again at the creamy cheesy, why is this so easy and fun? And I'm gonna take my decidedly still very cherry frosting, I'm on the wrong layer, and select that in. This actually isn't my endgame frosting. I'm going to be tinting the color just a little bit so the stuff I'm applying over top of it. It's not what I wanted. Let's try that again. Alright, I have some deselecting to do, but again, half of mastering graphic design is just figuring out why is this program not doing what I want it to, and figuring out how to make it do what you want it to. Wise words of wisdom spoken by virtually no one. And I don't want to change my banner, so I'm making sure that's deselected. My banner is perfectly orange. There we go. I could go through and do this a lot more slowly to make sure I was getting all those little nooks and crannies. But again, this is a for fun project. It is graded, but it's mostly to show me that you know some of these basics that were covered in PAMC. So I'm going to adjust the coloring on my cherry Pop-Tarts, because it's gonna matter in a minute. That's green. I want kind of an orangey. That's very blue. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy with these color changes. Yeah, I think that works fine. No, it doesn't. It's a little green. Control Z is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I wonder if I messed with the color balance. Put that more towards yellow. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's what we want. Now I'm going to create another. First, I'm going to merge those down. I'm going to create another Command-Shift-N. Another layer. This layer is also going to be a layer mask for my selected frosted Pop-Tart part. Come over here to my cheese powder texture. And again, if I were super interested in the quality of the image, I would go to the site and download it from there. I would also be using an image that was under free use. But again, this is a silly fun project. We're not making money off of it. I'm going to copy that, come in here, and paste. It's got a white border around it. I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of it. Delete. And I've got a lovely pile of cheese. This would make a great asset by itself for this box, but it's actually going to go on top of my filling, or not filling, frosting. And again, I'm just going to turn this into a layer mask and have at it, making sure I'm on the layer mask layer. And I could play around with the orientation of my cheese. I could rotate it. I could resize it. Make sure that it fits my Pop-Tart. Maybe I've just been staring at these long enough that they actually look kind of good to eat. There's something wrong. Maybe I need a snack. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other tart. New layer. And B. If you listen closely, you can hear Duncan dreaming in the background, which is adorable. This time I am going to rotate this so it doesn't look exactly like its friend. Over here. Drop the opacity. There we go. It looks like a Cheeto exploded. And I'm going to turn that into a layer mask. Painty painty. Get my crust shining bright. I'm actually going to pump that up in a second. You'll see. You'll all see. Got my beautiful orangey mac and cheese crayon orange banner getting covered up. I don't want masks on masks. Although that's kind of been our reality for the last couple months, huh? Yeah, I'm into it. Now, a personal critique of mine for this, I'm not quite finished with it yet, but my crust is pretty close to my cheesy texture. I'm actually going to bump my cheesy texture up in opacity just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Ooh, too much, too much. Add this one over just a touch. That white edge is bothering me. There we go. That's better. I'm actually going to go back to my original layer and hit the dodge tool on those crusts because they are too light. I could play around with adjustments and such, but I don't want to right now. So I'm just going to hit that. Maybe went a little too light. It's better. Just to give it a little more definition and stand out from the cheese frosting. Speaking of cheese, most Pop-Tart boxes have some sort of object over here. I have already downloaded my cheese. I searched for cheddar cheese wheel PNG or cheddar cheese wheel transparent, not Transformers. That's something totally different. That is much too large. Should have put my cheese on the top layer. And I think I would really like it to go the same direction as all of my other elements of my package design. I'm going to come up, transform, flip horizontal. There we go. Rotate it just a little bit. Now, if you're super clever, you can change things. One, you can spot things where I messed up, like that. You can change things like 12 toaster pastries into 12 toaster mistakes. If you can find what font that is. I am not great at fonts yet. I am not a graphic design major, but I'm doing my best. So more power to you if you can figure that out. And I'm going to come in with just the white text in here, made with real cheese powder. You have to dehydrate cheese to get cheese powder. Fun fact. They've made it on Bon Appetit. My husband watches a lot of cooking shows. And again, this is not aligned with my box. The plane of my box is going this way. So I want my words to follow that. So I'm going to rotate and transform them just a little bit so they match. There we go. Made with real cheese powder. Delicious. Good job, guys.